Hello, watch enthusiasts, and today we're going to talk about this watch that's on my wrist, and it's the BALTANY S4084. I'm going to talk about some of the pros, some of the cons, what do I think of the build, and generally just my thoughts. And I want to review later down the line, maybe a month later, just for my idea of the watch to sink in to really get a proper review. Okay, so first let's talk a little bit about the price of this watch. On the site it's around $212. Just convert it somewhere here so you can clearly see the price and how much I bought it for. So that is for the price. Now, what can you expect from it? So, let's see. First, let's address the dimensions. I'll just run through them quickly. 36 millimeters in diameter, 43.5 millimeters in lug to lug, 11.8 millimeters in thickness, with the sapphire magnifying glass, and yeah, 20 millimeters lug to lug. So if you really want to swap this bracelet out for a NATO, for maybe a leather strap or something else, you really can do that, because this watch is really a strap monster, as they say it. So we are already on the bracelet, so let's talk about that. So the bracelet really is great for the money. They have clearly put effort into it, because you can see that unlike this Fasco, let's say, vintage watch that looks similarly to this BALTANY in dimensions, it's very similar. This watch, the strap that I bought on AliExpress for it, because it looks like the date just, you can just see how much it moves around. And I don't really like that. When I put it on the wrist, I am not very comfortable, and even if I get all the links out, it's it's okay, but I don't prefer it to sit like this, to get that much of thickness. But when I get this watch does not have any sort of wiggling around it. It's very nicely done. The clasp is done to a very nice point. And yes, of course, when I get it on my wrist, it sits nicely. It covers the whole thickness, and it's more like 10 or 9 millimeters in thickness. It's like just, your regular Rolex Datejust or Oyster Perpetual. So that's what I really like. One thing that I also like, of course, for the price, you're getting not hollowed links, but full end links. On the other side, a thing that I don't like is that you can't resize the bracelet, so the minimum amount of links on the bracelet is literally the same on each side, which means your bracelet, if you have a wrist like me, I'll put a measurement somewhere in the video, your bracelet is going to be something like this. It's not going to be centered like this, like I want it to. It's going to a little bit to the side, and if you look at it from this angle, it really creates this awful V shape, but it's not a problem for me. But yeah, that's the only problem I have. And actually another problem that I have, or I don't think it even is a problem for me, but just the clasp is a little bit chunky, that's all. It does not have 5 micro adjustments, just 4, but that's okay for me. It's alright for the price, so yeah, just bracelet adjustments, clasp adjustments, the chunkiness of it, that's what I don't really like, but the level of finishing and the level of smoothness that this bracelet brings for the money is just unimaginable. So now let's talk a little bit on the belt of the whole watch. Okay, so when it really comes to the case of this watch and the whole look, you can see that the model is entirely just stripped and homaged from the brand I won't tell, but it's the Datejust. You know what Datejust it is. But I like that it has some kind of like, I don't know, something to it, because it blends the modern style with the fluted bezel and the old and vintage style of the dial, so it's very like its own thing, I can say. But the build of the watch, that I really, appreciate it. It's good quality and everything, but I would like it's on this one, you can see that the lugs and everything around is brushed. It's not a high level of brushing, of course, but it's brushed. Unlike this BALTANY, and I would really just prefer if the lugs were brushed other than polished, but you know, other than that, I really don't have anything bad to say about the watch. The fluted bezel is excellent, and the dial, if you worry about if you're going to see the dial in dim lights, in very bright lights, in whatever situations you are, the answer is absolutely yes. You're going to see the dial perfectly. Legibility in the day is perfect. Like literally, I cannot say it better, but perfect. And the lume is basically non-existent, but if you think about it, this watch is not meant really for lume, it's meant for the daytime. But even in dim lights, if the place is not very dark, or you have some kind of a light around you, you can easily see the time, so that's not a problem. So yeah, that's about the kind of looks of the watch. Specs are, of course, 16L stainless steel, screw-down crown, screw-down case back. The operating of the crown is just buttery smooth. I can't even explain how satisfying. Just hand winding. I think you can hear that. The hand winding is just buttery smooth. Screwing of the case is just amazing. You really can't complain about it. And the operation of hands, absolutely stunning. So everything is nice. You don't have any kind of logo or anything like a dive or something applied on the case back. You have it applied on the crown, as you can see. The crown is also polished. And that's it. The watch is just great. If you like the Rolex Datejust vibes and you don't want to spend too much money and you just want to look, this watch is for you. If you like the vintage style of it. If you don't like the vintage style of it, then this watch, I don't think it's for you. But if you like the vintage style of it, if you like having a white dial, even in some dim lights, the watch's dial can turn somewhere between these two colors. So not even very bright or very yellowish, but it's somewhere in between that gives it a very much luxurious look. So I don't have anything bad to say about this watch other than just bracelet being like it is, because I would like if I could get like two more links or uh, three or four more links on this side and get a couple of them on this side. If I could do that, that would be perfect. But other than that, the watch is pretty much for the money. You can't get a better watch than this. If you like a 36 millimeters, if you're a fan of combining modern style with vintage vibes, then this is definitely for you. I have a very great experience even resizing the bracelet, and that's about it. Although, for the bracelet, of course, if you like to get some straps or NATOs, I would highly recommend to get the spring bars that have the two thieves, because this spring bar that I'm using right now is actually aftermarket and it's from AliExpress, and it's not a pain in the butt to get the bracelet off. But with original strap, it literally looks like this. Other than this is what I put it on, and this was the like original ones. Just keep in mind that if you like swapping out bracelets and you don't want to have a rough time, just get these ones and switch them so your life could be easier. Other than that, this watch is perfect for the price. I'll see you in a month from now to give you a very much wearing experience, and that's it.